Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a very quick and simple recipe for you guys. I'm going to be sharing my recipe for tostones. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what tostones are, it's basically green plantains that are fried once. They're cut into chunks, they're fried, and then once they're fried that first time, they're flattened, and then they're fried again. So it's almost like a thick plantain chip. It's crispy on the outside, and you have that beautiful mushy plantain on the inside. It's really good. Very simple, just a little bit of salt and pepper, and you can dip it in almost anything. So I'm going to show you guys two versions today on my channel. I wanted to show you a baked version as well as the traditional fried version. I know a lot of us are trying to get a little bit healthier, so I decided the baked version would be pretty good. And I usually make the baked version of my house over the fried anyways, and that's the way my family loves it. And as you all know, the 4th of July is tomorrow, so I hope you guys go ahead and give this a try. This is the perfect appetizer or the perfect side dish to go with any of your grilled foods that you're making or any other dishes that you're preparing. Remember guys, we are still under this pandemic in the world. Make sure to stay safe, make sure you properly social distance, wear your mask, do whatever is necessary just to keep safe while you are enjoying time with only close family and friends. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick recipe. Have a great and a safe weekend. Alright everyone, so to start making the tostones, what you're going to need to do is take some green plantains and go ahead and peel them and cut them into chunks. So the chunks that I'm cutting them up into is about 3/4 to an inch thick. You can make them as thin or as thick as you want. Just know that if you make them thinner, then you will have smaller tostones. Mine will be more on the medium size. So I'm going to continue cutting them up into chunks, and then I'll show you what to do next. So we're going to start off with the baked version first. Now basically what you need to do is take your chunks of plantains, put them down onto a baking sheet, cover them with a little bit of olive oil, and then add on some salt and black pepper. The black pepper is optional. I like them on my tostones, but a lot of people just put some salt alone. So what I'm going to do now is rub these around in the oil and the seasonings, and I'm going to pop them into my oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And basically what we're looking for is a slight golden brown color and for them to be mushy. So after these plantains were cooking for about 10 minutes, I'm going back in and I'm flipping them over, and I'm going to pop them back into the oven for another 10 minutes so that other side can get brown as well. So my plantains have been roasting in the oven for exactly 20 minutes at 375 degrees. Now they might take a little longer or a little less time, just depending on how thin or thick that you cut them. So at this point, while they are still hot, we're going to go ahead and press them. So I am using my tostones press that I got from Mimusa, so thank you guys again for sending me that. I was really excited to use this because I've made tostones at home, but I've always had to use a plate or something else to mash them down. But this thing worked perfectly, and it was a bamboo tool, so this way nothing sticked in the inside of it. So basically I'm putting down one of the pieces of the plantain, I'm pushing it down, and once you get it as thick or as thin as you want, you're going to go ahead and lay it back down on that same baking tray. You're going to continue doing the same thing for the rest of the pieces, and then we can bake them again to get them nice and crispy. So I'm going to pop these back into the oven, and this time I put it up to 400 degrees, and I'm going to leave them there for about 10 to 15 minutes until they crisp up and get more golden brown. So I worked on those baked ones, and those are done. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make the fried version. Now the fried version is definitely the more traditional, but as I said before, I'm showing you the baked as well because I know a lot of people want to make these dishes a lot healthier. In a saucepan here, I added in my oil. These are sort of deep fried. You can add in as much or as little oil as you want. I prefer to cover the pan about an inch or two with the oil, so this way they can be covered and get really crispy. So basically what I'm doing is I'm laying in my pieces of plantains, and I'm going to cook them on a medium heat and fry them in that oil for about 4 to 5 minutes until they are golden brown and they are mushy on the inside. So I just wanted to give Mimusa a shout out once again because not only did I use the tostones press from them, but this pan is also one that they sent me, the ceramic nonstick coated pan, and the knife I was using in the beginning they sent me as well. So again, if you want any of this information, it'll be down in the description box below. So these have been frying for about 2 minutes on one side, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and flip them over. As you guys can see, they have a nice golden brown color on the one side. So that's exactly what you're looking for. You're just going to keep flipping them over and allow them to cook until they're fully cooked through. All of the plantain pieces have been frying for exactly 4 minutes at this point. It might take a little longer, might take a little less, just depending on how thick you cut them again. And a lot of people, when they make tostones at this stage, they don't like their plantains to get brown at all. If that is the case for you, then you're going to want to pull them out a little earlier or have your heat on a lower heat. And just like I did with the baked ones, I'm going to go ahead and press them in my Mimusa Tostones press. Again, I totally recommend this. It's a great little tool to have. So I'm going to continue pressing out the rest of these fried ones, and I'll show you what to do next. Once you finish flattening all of your pieces of plantains, you're going to go ahead and add in the pieces into some oil. Now this is the same oil that I fried them in before, but instead of being on a medium heat, this is on a medium high to a high heat. You want this to be smoking hot so this way they can get crispy. Remember, they're cooked through on the inside at this point. All we need to do is get a really nice thick crust on them. And after about a minute of frying, you're going to see that all of the bubbles in the pan start to slow down a little bit, and they are ready to come out. If you touch them with the tongs or whatever you're using, you will feel how hard they are on the outside. And that's that beautiful crunchy crust that has formed. So I'm going to drain them on a piece of paper towel. And just a little quick tip I have for you guys, with the baked ones, we season them before they went in the oven. But with the fried ones, as soon as they come out of that hot oil, you're going to go ahead and sprinkle them with just a little bit of salt as well as some black pepper if you choose to add some. Alright everyone, so here's the final lineup of my tostones. On the bottom I have my fried version, and on the top I have the baked version. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of a color difference, but I promise you that the baked version comes out just as crunchy and crispy as the fried ones. Today I am serving mine with an avocado and mayo dip of sorts. This one is just a store-bought dip. I've served it with so many other things. Some ketchup and hot sauce also works out perfectly as well. As you guys can see, I'm breaking it open, super crunchy, nice and soft and fluffy on the inside. And this is just really a nice side dish or appetizer, especially to serve tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video today. Please go ahead and give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And of course, leave your amazing comments down below.